My next guest has something very important to tell you about the products we're all putting on our face and body. Please welcome Stacey Malcolm from the Campaign for Safe Cosmetics. Hi, darling. Thank you so much for being here. Now, how did you get involved in this campaign for safe cosmetics? How did that all come to pass?
Well, I've been interested in the topic for a very long time, ever since I was a teenager, obsessed with cosmetics, using 25 products a day, all topped up with a huge cloud of Aquanet. Back in the days with big hair. Remember?
Yes. Remember, we just did it in the dressing room.
Well, I never thought at all about what was in the products I was putting on my body, but about 8 years ago, I was working with some of the leading researchers in the field of environmental health, and we decided to investigate this question of what kinds of chemicals are in the products that we all put on our bodies every day. And we discovered some disturbing stories that I felt that every woman should know about, and so I wrote about it in my book, Not Just a Pretty Face.
Not Just a Pretty Face, which is a great book, and everybody in the audience is going to get it.
Yeah.
Is like a Bible that we should all be studying. So isn't it true that it's more or less a self-regulating industry?
Yes, yes.
So
no safety standards whatsoever for cosmetics, and
about?
no required safety studies.
Because the skin is the biggest organ, the biggest organ in the body, right?
Yes. So the products are absorbed, we inhale them, ingest them, and they do get inside our bodies.
It's kind of the fox guarding the hen house when you have a self-regulating industry, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about the dollar. What it would be like, what the toxins that are in some of these products that we're putting on, and cosmetics, that covers like a big span, right? I mean, it's not only makeup, but actually it's all personal care products, right?
Yeah, deodorants, lotions, even baby shampoos. Unfortunately, many of the conventional products are made from toxic chemicals that are linked to cancer, hormone disruption, skin problems, all sorts of problems. And the companies say it's just low levels of any given toxin, but the problem is that many of us are exposed to dozens of carcinogens or hormone disruptors from cosmetics every day.
And that doesn't even include everything that we clean our home with, and you know, all of this stuff. So it's this cacophony of stuff.
All sorts of chemicals that are pretty new to the human experience.
Okay, now I have not a drawer, but drawers of makeup. So obviously I'm not gonna, like throw everything out. I would like to transition. And first, what is the biggest offender that if I had to eliminate it or try and find an alternative, what would you say that is?
One of the bigger problems that we're seeing currently is in hair straightening products, and some of the hair dyes, hair straighteners, hair relaxers is, I think, an area where the industry really needs to do some work to figure out how to make them safer, but I believe they can do that. The other problem is just the sheer number of chemicals through the product, so I think it's really important to just, start somewhere. And the great news is there are safer alternatives available for most every product, and you do have to do some research to find them, but we have some great tools where you can do that.
And what are the sites that you could go to, like safecosmetics.com?
Yeah, safecosmetics.org, our website.
And the Compact Alliance?
Yep, we have 1,000 companies that have signed our pledge.
That they feel that, is companies worth looking at. Yeah. What do we look for? Like I'm looking for something to buy. I'm looking for some kind of makeup or whatever it is. What is the best, or shampoo, whatever. What do I do? Because I don't think that the labeling is right yet. I don't think that the consumer is educated yet. So what would you say is the best tips on how I can at least try and start moving and transitioning towards products that maybe aren't so toxic?
Well, it shouldn't have to be this challenging, but
I know.
But what you can do, simpler is better. So just looking for products with fewer chemicals, trying to avoid all the synthetic fragrances that we're exposed to, and check out our database, Skin Deep, at safecosmetics.org, which ranks products from 0 to 10, with 10 being the most toxic. And you can find out a lot more than you probably ever wanted to know about your products by looking at the database.
Well, this is really fascinating, and as I said, everybody in the audience is going to get a copy of Stacey's book, Not Just a Pretty Face. And for those of you at home, head to frandrescher.com for your chance to win a copy, and also sign our online petition to make sure that cosmetics ingredients are listed on their labels, because we were involved in the Safe Cosmetics Act of 2010, and as consumers,
I have to say thank you about, you were so wonderful. Fran went to D.C.
and
lobbied for the Safe Cosmetics Act, and then there was that great piece in the New York Times,
yes,
The Nanny and the Senators, about how the senators were basically tripping over themselves to get an audience with Fran so she could lobby them on the Safe Cosmetics Act.
Thank you.
Love that.
I think that, you know, it's government by the people and for the people, and we have to engage our elected officials to try and help the FDA to educate us and also to identify the over 80% of ingredients that presently we don't know how they're toxic and in what quantities. So sign the petition on frandrescher.com so that we could let our elected officials know. And coming up next, a sexy country crooner with a cause shares his story. Don't go away. Thank you.